come around here a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I get money on Monday. I get money on Tuesday.
Hey girl, hey!
Hey girl.
We are back with another show.
What up? What's up?
As always, we like to thank you for tuning in, as we always do at the beginning of the show, because we really do appreciate you guys. We couldn't do it without you. We love all your feedback. And we here with another show. Hey y'all. All right. So last show, we had some deeper questions, I feel. So like a lot of deep questions. This one is not really too much of a deviation, because we got a lot of deep questions too. And we're just going to jump right on in.
Jump in, girl.
All right, so this one is a multiple question. Okay. All right, so the first question is, why are females so attracted to bad boys, right? That's the first part. They'll ride or die for someone in and out of jail, beating on them, cheating on them, talking crazy to them, just using and abusing them, and keep going back over and over and over again. Oh, I love him. That's really the question. And the second part of that question is, why do good guys always finish last? It says a female will pass over and not give a second look to a guy that can elevate her life for the better, treat her well, respect her, put her on a pedestal, give her security, stability. He the one that gets swept up under the rug, put on a back burner, lied to, cheated on, and he never receives a fair shot in her life.
What's that?
Why is that? Oh, and that person is just asking for a friend.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, the two parts of the question are, why are females attracted to bad boys, and why do good guys finish last? What do you think? I think the reason females are attracted to bad boys initially is that they're young. Most of the times they're forbidden. Like, don't you talk to them, don't do it. So you got to see what the hype is all about.
What's the hype?
The hype is that you're probably going to get cheated on, abused, talk too crazy, all that, but you don't know. That's exciting when you're young. What's up? What they doing? What they got going on? You got to know. First-hand experience, you got to know, because you can't take somebody else's word for it. Girl, don't do nothing now. Don't do that. That's bad. They crazy. Girl, he gonna love me. He gonna change for me. I'm different. He gonna treat me different.
Yeah, girl.
So I think initially, younger-minded women are attracted to bad boys. But as we evolve and grow up and we have our experiences with those bad boys, we're no longer attracted to them. They have to deal with the little young crazy ones, the little young crazy girls. That's the only ones they can get.
Or,
that's my question.
Or the old crazy one who never grew up. So she a 30-year-old, 16-year-old.
That's true. That's true.
That's the whole thing.
Now, I don't know about the good guys finishing last part.
Well, you do see that. Because think about it. But here's my thing. I think a lot. Well, for me, the times that I've been attracted to the bad guy is because it was fun.
Absolutely.
He was fun.
He was fun. They always fun.
Like, it was the whole mystery of what's next.
That's true.
And I'm just going to be honest, like, he was, and I'm thinking like real time, like, he was more attractive.
They so typically they can be ugly and a bad boy.
I mean, they could, but it's something about that swag. Something about that,
so
the way they move through the city.
I think that's what it is. It's the way they carry themselves.
It's how they
have
themselves.
This aura, this like confidence about them.
And
that's always attractive. Confidence is
always attractive. But you know what? I really think, not to get all psychology, but I really think it's rooted in that sense of security. You want to be with somebody because you want to feel secure. You want to feel protected. You want to feel like no matter what, he got my back, even though he really don't. I mean, at the end of the day, most of the time, they really don't. But you want to feel, taken care of, covered, and, you know, And then it's just also that whole vibe of, girl, you wanted them, but I got them.
Yeah, that's true.
Because everybody with the bad guy. So it seems like the good guy finishes last, but really and truly, the good guy finishes last, which is a good thing. Because when I get older and I'm grown, and I'm an adult,
I can already
honey,
hear it.
I don't want that bad. I don't want anybody that doesn't have anything to lose. And I can guarantee you, that baby, no. We definitely
got nothing to lose because he ain't got nothing. He typically living off women.
Exactly. So when I grow up, I'm looking for the good guy. So unfortunately, it seems that way sometimes. And like you said, it's just a mindset. If you're immature, you just want fun. You just want to have a little fun.
You know what I can hear? Oh, so you know nobody wants you after you've been all used and went through and all that stuff, and you gonna come back to me. You gonna come to me later.
Oh man, let us come back. We gonna circle back, please. And it's not always the case. It's not always the case. Everybody doesn't want a bad boy.
Nope.
Some of us really want somebody who's grounded and who really has a good foundation and all that good stuff. But for the most part, I really think that females kind of gravitate to the bad guy because it's just fun, and then they have that sense of security with him, even though in essence you really don't. It's just a facade.
It's definitely a facade, bro.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I think that was good. All right. Next question. Why is it that when you are having relationship problems, instead of talking it out with your partner, you turn to others for answers, and more than likely it's to the opposite sex? Or you cheat instead of talking things over with your partner. And they basically go to say, when you love a person, run away from your problems, or cheating is not showing that you love your partner, which is 100% true.
Well, if you cheat, that's just because your heart is bad. You gotta be, that has nothing to do with it.
What about the people that say, nah, man, it just happened?
Let me tell you something. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, no, sir.
I don't agree with that either. It don't just happen because you don't just take your clothes just don't fall out. This ain't what's that movie called? Almighty. The guy with Jim Carrey, Bruce Almighty. You know how he's like, and his clothes just fell off. That ain't happening. You got to take some stuff off.
It's premeditated. You
have time to be like, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm doing it.
Yes,
you still doing it.
And look, unless they took it from me,
unless they took it from me, that's rape. That's not cheating. That's rape.
Right. That's a whole nother subject. But no. But the reason I believe that people let's say that me and my dude, we were having a little run-in. Mm-hmm. The reason I would go to the opposite sex for advice is because I would want the perspective of a man. Now, what I will not do, if I would not go to my ex, or I would not go to someone that I had ever been in a relationship with, or someone who's going to be biased, who's going to be one-sided. And it doesn't matter who I'm talking to.
True.
You never go to someone who's going to be one-sided, because if you get a one-sided feedback or guidance, and then you still kind of in a bad situation. So I think that's why we go. I've been in a situation where my ex has come to me for advice regarding his wife, and me being who I am, first thing I told him was, we ain't friends. Why you on my phone? And I don't even mean it in a mean way, but call your girl. No. But his thought process was, I want you to tell me what I did wrong with you, which could help me to understand what I'm doing wrong in my marriage. And even though it was completely innocent, the Bible teaches us, let not your good be evil spoken of. Because that girl, that wife, she ain't gonna have no understanding.
Oh, you call her this? Help with me?
Right.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
That's amazing.
And that's exactly what happened. He thought he had cracked the code.
Girl,
and after I went ahead and gave him a few little tidbits to potentially help him in the situation, when he told her, because he was honest with her, he told her, honey, she was not.
No.
That was
that's a lie. Next. You just trying to get back.
Exactly. So I think it's you got to be careful of where your advice, where your sound counsel comes from.
Definitely.
But I think that's why we tend to do it, because we want the insight and the perspective of that.
Definitely see that.
From a woman. If it's you're dealing with a woman, you want to know, how does a woman feel about this? But when it comes to cheating, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, I don't cheating. I don't condone that. Not in no way ever in life. That's retarded to me. If you gonna cheat, bro, just let it go. Just let it go, man. Like, what's the purpose of bringing all this hurt in? And then you gotta, oh, baby, I'm sorry. And most times people lie until they get caught up.
Come on.
So now you done came over and laid with this woman after you done cheated and act like it doesn't happen.
Just sick. Just
I can't
nasty.
deal. I can't deal. I don't know if I told y'all, but I was cheated on in my first marriage, and that's why we ain't together. Thank God.
Just trifling.
I can't deal. I ain't found out about it for like a year after he had the baby and told me the baby was about 9 months.
Oh, I think you did tell me about that.
It was crazy, y'all. That's a whole nother story.
Oh, that's so
Anywho, thank God that I'm with the man that I am today, because who
Hallelujah.
knows where I would be.
My
Probably
God,
not
my
here.
God.
Probably not here.
Oh, my Come on.
But I don't condone cheating. I don't understand why two hurt people try to get together and have a powwow about what's going on in their opposite relationships.
Yeah.
Or talk to somebody that you know would do whatever it is. And I don't know. I know some people be like, oh, we were both hurting. Well, then two hurt people don't need to be talking, because
Absolutely
hurt
not.
people hurt people.
I know you right.
Hurt people hurt people.
I know you are absolutely right.
So don't do it, y'all. Just try to talk to your spouse or
Absolutely.
significant other, which is, you should be able to do that.
That's who you need to talk to anyway. When we run out and get information and guidance from other people who don't have anything to do, they only know one side of the story.
That's your side.
That's it. So if you're not gonna actually go to somebody who could be a true mediator and who you can sit down with the two of you, then why go to anybody? Really and truly, you need to go down and sit down with the source. Baby girl, what's the problem? Big daddy, what's the problem? But you on the other side of town asking somebody else. I can't tell you why she mad at you. I wasn't there. Go ask her. Jesus. It's just really and truly, it just come down to you just being grown.
You just
grow up and have a conversation. And if that's your excuse for running out and cheating, that was in your heart already. I didn't make you go sleep with somebody else because we had a problem. You did that because you was a nasty little freak. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we got to move on to the next question. She feeling it now. She is feeling. You know what? On a lighter note, okay, a lighter note is
I done got started.
somebody said, "Would you comfort them if they wore white after Labor Day?"
Girl, I ain't heard white after Labor Day forever.
Me either, but it is a thing to some people.
It is a thing, but probably back in the 80s.
Yeah, because I'm gonna wear whatever I feel I want to
Come
wear.
on. Come on,
White,
Saints.
green, pink, purple. I'm gonna wear all the Easter colors.
All of them. And if you got a problem with it, you better turn your eyes in your head.
But would you come for them?
No, because people need to be able to do what they want to do. I ain't got nothing to do with what you wear and how you wear it and when you wear it and
Why you win?
why you wear it. And Lord, that's your business, honey. If it's cute, I'm even give you a compliment. And if it's not cute, I'm just going to, say, but Lord bless her, because she tried.
She did try,
No,
I
I'm not
always,
gonna come for
I'm
you.
still looking for some like big, wide leg white
Come on.
pants.
You better get it.
I'm gonna find some, and they're gonna be cute too. And I'm
come
gonna
on.
wear them. I don't care if it's November, January, May, June, or July. I'm gonna wear them.
Come on.
Those type of things you can wear all season.
I know you right.
I'm just saying.
You just be cute however you can be cute. No matter
Exactly.
what day of the month.
If you ain't buying, you ain't in my closet, you ain't contributing to this wardrobe, then how can I or you come for me? And I can't come for you because I didn't ask you to buy that outfit and I didn't buy it for
And
you.
if you don't like what I got on, honey, you go ahead and chip in. Donate your coins. Sponsor my new
Now
wardrobe. and
you
I
buy a
will what you
coin, you giving me them coins, and you can have all the say you want in the world.
So to answer that question, that's a no.
That's a no. We won't come for you.
We won't come for
I
you.
won't. Yeah, not us. Let's see. Another funny question is: if a tree falls in the forest, does anyone hear it? I feel like if somebody cut the tree down, they would hear it.
But if it just falls,
somebody probably still would hear
well,
it.
you gotta have some ears in the forest to hear the tree.
That's true.
Whew.
That's a deep question. I don't really know that.
Ooh. On a metaphysical level, I want to philosophize.
Go ahead, girl.
And I want to go ahead and reach into the phenomenon of the situation. I want to dive deep within that
Deep on
situation.
in there. Deep
Oh
on
my
in
God.
there. Deep.
I don't know.
But she went deep and she still couldn't come on out with anything.
I couldn't come up with nothing.
She don't know.
I don't know. But I gave it a go.
I don't know either. At first I said yes, but now I don't really know. I don't really know. All right, so we kind of, appeased the air a little bit. Now we're going to get deep one more time.
Get in there, girl. Get in there.
How do you overcome emotional scarring you've endured from your parents?
Oh, my.
That's deep, yo.
Because you know what? Here's the thing. Oh, my God. Parents. Don't we love them?
We do.
We love them. We love them. One thing I have learned in my youth, because I'm young as can be,
girl, you so young, girl,
is that you know what? Oh, Bishop Rick August taught us this. You cannot charge a person for a debt that they cannot pay. You just cannot do it. And so we're gonna have to go ahead and give parents a pass in a lot of cases. But tell me the question again. Let me just make sure I'm on target.
How do you overcome emotional scarring you've endured from your
How
parents?
do you overcome emotional scarring? The way that you overcome emotional scarring with any situation is to, I don't want to say to move on, because that's almost insensitive to say. And I'm a product of some scarring, so I have to acknowledge that some things you really cannot just move on from.
No, you have to acknowledge them.
You acknowledge it. You absolutely.
Why
you
did it hurt
acknowledge.
you?
Say it again.
Why did it hurt you? You have to
Why
really
did it
figure
hurt
out why it hurt so much.
And some things you're not going to have an answer to. Because a lot of things that had nothing to do with you, it had to do with them. And you're not going to be able to answer that. So when it's something that affects you, you acknowledge that it happened. Okay, that hurt. And then if it's something that you literally can't, work through on your own, you see counseling. And I do mean like real counseling, like from, mental health counseling. Yeah. You talk about it. You get it out of your spirit. I think a lot of times if you
empty it, man. You can't be carrying it around.
Dump that thing out. If you dump it, a lot of times we recover a lot easier than we think. But when we hold stuff in, as it becomes toxic, and then
it take over everything.
Everything. So you really gotta get it up out of you. Yeah. Get that thing up out of you.
You really hold it against other people too. You know what I'm saying? It'll just bubble up. Somebody forgot to take the trash. You're just like my mama.
Well, my God.
What did I do? I didn't even do nothing. Lord Jesus, do nothing. What I did?
For real. So you gotta acknowledge it happened, and then you gotta forgive that person, and then figure out a way to dump it. Whatever that looks like for you. For me, because I have to just be transparent. For me, I had to go through counseling. I had to have a life coach. I had to keep positive people in my corner who were able to motivate me and encourage me. And I had to forgive. Yep. I just simply had to forgive, because no matter what has happened, I know that my parent loves me unconditionally. Yeah. But sometimes you just, just because you know what I mean, it's just some things I can't explain that. That's not a me problem. That's not my issue to resolve. So I love my what you call it, matriarch.
Yeah, that's it. Your mama.
My mama. I love my mother regardless, and I don't charge her with a debt that she can't pay. And I just acknowledge that,
most of the time too, I think you have to realize that as a parent, they're doing the best that they know how. Yes. They're human. Yes. So of course there's probably going to be hurt. There's probably going to be some things that they wish they could have done differently. Yeah. There's some things that they wish they could have taken back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't hold that against a person, because what I've learned, like for me, my hurt was with my dad. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in a single parent home. Man, I put so much stuff on my dad. But I remember once I got saved for real and had a relationship with God, and I wanted him to forgive me for a lot of stuff, I was like, you know what, God?
I like that.
I can't expect for you to forgive me for something if I'm still holding a grudge from back from when I was in my mama's womb. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he wasn't there, but he had some demons that he was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can't hold that on him. He was fighting other stuff. He couldn't be there for me. And like, I always think too, what if he would have been though? Like, what would my life have been if he tried to stick it out? It probably would have been worse. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So I just feel like that's what I had to overcome. I remember praying, asking for forgiveness, and asking that I release that, to let it go. And then eventually, I'm not even kidding you, yo, as soon as I realized that I released it and I healed from it, he called me and we ended up having a relationship. Now we have a relationship, you know, we're still grooming it and it still takes time. Because sometimes I'll be like, Lord, I don't feel like talking to him. But then I remember that I prayed that I have a relationship with him.
Come on, man. Do you ever feel like you should have cut him off? Like, I'm done with him.
Well, I felt like I cut him off. Because I remember, like, when I was younger, that I was so desperate to try to find out where he was. Like, literally, I was in the phone book. When they would send phone books out of the Golden Triangle, I was literally
90s?
in there looking for his name in the dictionary, like in the freaking book, to see if I could just call him and just hear his voice. Like, I remember that. So once I got like 17 and they found him and he was basically trying to say that I wasn't his kid, almost like, let's take this paternity test so you can get this back child support. I was like, I ain't got nothing to do with him there, because you already have disowned me trying to say I'm not your kid. But then I cut him off. I was done. I was 100% done. Like, he dead to me already. But then once, I had a relationship with God myself, I realized I want forgiveness. I'm not perfect. He ain't perfect. I would rather my son have a grandparent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to forgive, man.
I know you're right, but
I had to.
I appreciate that. But sometimes you have people. I don't care if the relationship is toxic. If there's no good that's gonna come from it,
that's true.
I'm gonna have to remove myself.
That
I don't care who
absolutely
you are,
true.
because at some point it's gonna start to spill over into who I am and how I treat people and how I'm responding to to things in my life. So I mean, yeah, I love everybody,
right.
And I don't care, because at the end of the day, God is the reason why I'm here. But if there's someone in my life who doesn't cherish me the way I need to be, I'm still okay with telling them, okay,
it's not gonna work out.
It's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
But outside of that, you try, you love them, you give, you have faith in the process, at least, and if it doesn't work, you still have to be okay with saying, holla, $2 for $1.
You do have to learn. And I know that most people be like, but the Bible says to honor your father and mother. Yeah. You can honor them from afar. You don't speak negative on them. Don't talk down on them. Don't disrespect when they call you. That's still honoring them, but you're honoring them from afar because they're not okay with your life. They're not conducive to your lifestyle that you're trying to live.
Absolutely, and they're not fostering a healthy environment for you or your offspring. Yeah. So they don't get. They shouldn't have. Absolutely, they shouldn't have a place. It doesn't matter who it is. So it goes for parents as well. But I agree with everything we've said.
That's good. Oh.
I got so much more, but I think we should let them have it. Honey,
I agree. That's a good ending spot, guys.
Yes, it is.
Like, I feel like we released. I feel like we've given you some insight into our lives, and I just hope that this blesses you as it has me.
Well, come on now, because I feel therapized.
What?
Therapized?
I thought you said therapized. I was like, we living back.
Girl, I made up a word, but you still messed my word up.
I didn't even know what you said.
Well, look,
she feel therapized.
I released. I let it go, and I feel brand new.
Yeah, you feel light. It's light over here.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Okay, guys. Well, as always, don't forget to like, to subscribe, to follow. Please. Follow our Instagram. Please. Not Instagram, because we don't have that. Facebook. Follow our Facebook, which is honeydips_S tips. That's on Facebook. Don't forget to comment down below in the description. Not in the description box, in the comment section. Girl, I don't know what's going on with this brain, girl. I'm so light and free that I can't get anything out.
I'm on now.
But that's alright. Y'all know what we saying. It's going to be on the screen anyway. Don't forget to go back and watch our other videos. Like and subscribe to that too. Please. And yeah, man. Leave us more questions. Leave us some content that you want us to do, what you want to see. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to do it for the people and do it well.
The people. I hope we answered your question, and I hope whatever we said, it helped.
Yeah.
Because honey, we just be dropping these dimes, honey, for the free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lord, grow me in wisdom.
Hey!
Come on.
You better say it, girl. Now that's shouting music right there.
Hallelujah.
We're going to probably leave that for y'all at the end.
All right, people.
Always.
We love you.
Peace out.
Hey, girl.
Bye.
Different. I get money on Monday. I get money on Tuesday. I get the bag on Wednesday. Count it on Thursday.